Shock of lemonade. I think people should desist from procreation. Shock of lemonade. I think people should desist from procreation. Shock of lemonade. I think people should desist from procreation. Shock of lemonade. I think people should desist from procreation. Shock of lemonade. I think people should desist from procreation. Shock of lemonade. I think people should desist from procreation.
But if that's true, if you can find that to be true for yourself, but if it's true, it's true, but perspective-wise, there's multiple true perspectives. That's just the way it happens to be. There's a larger truth, perhaps, but we can never fully penetrate that, just like we can never fully penetrate what is, what everything is coming out of. Because that's what we come out of. And that's why I say we can't avoid the manifestation of self-awareness. We are proof of that. Birth and death arise together as well. We may not have an escape here, people. But it's just part of the nature of things that we're dealing with here. So, the infinite regress. You dive into thinking, you dive into using the mind as a tool, just like you would dive into within thinking. Science as a tool within the tool of thinking. So if you dive into thinking as a tool, you accept that you are going to encounter that infinite regress. You must, implicitly, whether or not you admit it to yourself, and whether or not your explicit denial of this keeps you from admitting it on the surface. You're going to encounter it time and again because it's part of your implicit acceptance of what you're choosing to do, which is think. Okay? That's what the nature of thinking leads to. And that's what we are, as thinking beings, conscious beings, self-aware beings. Okay, so when I say we have to dive into that regress, the nothingness, no matter what circumstances we're dealing with physically, within the physical realm on this earth as Homo sapiens,